May 27th, 2021. If you're a Pirates fan, you already know what's coming. Here's what happened.
All right, I'm going to pull this clip up.
Javy Báez, I mean, that's a routine ground ball to third base over to Will Clegg. All he has to do is tag at first, right behind you, buddy. Just turn around. I would just walk over to first base, and there's a run. Okay, now Javy Báez is going to celebrate. He has time to celebrate. He has time to get all the way over to first base as well. That's all-star Adam Frazier. He was literally an all-star that year. Missing the routine ball over to first. And another great, this is a 100-loss Pirates team you're watching.
Oh, man. Oh, the laughs are well-deserved. And it came from the Cubs. Think about that.
Now, the person who ruined their life, of course, is that first baseman, Will Clegg, who made this blunder of all blunders, perhaps the biggest blunder, the biggest error in Pittsburgh Pirates baseball, the proud history of Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. Clearly, the chase down that you didn't think you'd ever see. And error after error after.
I love this moment where Baez is like, safe. Calls it himself because he's there at the plate.
Of course, he has plenty of time to do that. And then still be like, oh, I'm playing baseball right now. I need to like run back over to first base now.
I, like many people probably watching this and in general here in the States, they grew up and probably played on some rec league team at some point in their life. Whether they went on to go as far as college or high school or whatever it might be, you've at least played a little bit, right? Probably. I'm willing to bet a lot on that. You just tag up. Just tag the base. Like, what? Like, I can't even fathom where his mind was at.
Well, you would be right about one thing, that his mind was not with his body. Because here's what he said following the erroneous blunder.
This is sad. Here's his reasoning.
Yeah, I really I messed up. I caught the ball and came off the bag and caught the ball, and I turned to look at him and I saw him bolt towards home, and I just kind of lost my mind for a second and just released the ball to home. I've taken a couple steps, and then after that, it just kind of all went downhill from there.
And after that, it all just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah. Now, I know Javier Baez is a Looney Tune of a baseball player. And so you could kind of expect the insanity and the chaos he brings to the diamond every single time. Obviously, a routine play that went horribly wrong. And, I started at the top with how he ruined his life, and he did, because following this, not very, I think within a couple of weeks, within the month, he was already optioned off from the Pirates. He ended up in Korea playing in the KBO for the Kiwoom Heroes. He had 6 home runs for the Heroes, so good for you. That's a little bit better, I guess, than he played with the Pirates, although he was a first-round draft pick for Pittsburgh. After not being re-signed by the Heroes, he returned to his alma mater, which is Wake Forest, where he is considered one of the best baseball players to ever go through Wake Forest. Completed his degree there, went under the coaching staff as a student assistant coach, and he's now assistant coach for the Belmont University baseball team. This is one of the best players many people who grew up with him had probably ever seen. This is like probably the local high school he went to, probably one of the best players of all time. And he still committed something like that, which just goes to show you how fucking hard it is to be a professional athlete in this country or in the world.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. And it's one of the core factors of anyone who is playing in some type of league or in any kind of role in which you're very media front, you have to have as strong a mental game as you have with your physical and with your play. And that's how fast it can come apart. You're just standing out there one day and forget to tag up and you're done. That's sad. That should have been routine.
I don't know where.
Sad.
Apparently he's at Belmont University. If you're watching this, man, still a big fan. Good luck to you, brother. Hope you're doing all right. I'm gonna guess that it comes up very often from the student athletes on his team. I'm gonna guess that comes up anytime somebody else on the team makes an error. It's like, hey man, you gotta keep your head up. You gotta know what you're doing when you're on the diamond. Like, hey, remember Javier Báez?
No,
remember when that happened?
I bet there's rules.
Coach?
There's rules. He probably has some kind of flyer in the room that's like, you're not allowed to talk about this. Like, you can't ask him that. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably some commandments and on there is don't ask Craig about 2021.
Well, we won't ask about it either then. Well, that's our thoughts on it. Tell us what your thoughts are in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Go to sportsam.com, check out our website, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Bye.